Hello guys, how are you today? My name is Juan Bautista Propato. I work for Football West in the Leuven region, and today's presentation is the retreating line proposal. So now I will be sharing my screen and the presentation. Here it is. So, retreating line proposal. What is the rationale about this proposal? So Australian football is stereotyped with always playing the low ball, or most of the time, a very direct playing style. However, the rest of the world has evolved with modern football that is based on maintaining position of the ball and selecting the right time to play forward. In order to do this, children need to learn to play through the third of the pitch, building possession from their own area, passing their way up to the pitch. This should become the default style of play, or at least have the option then to choose. A really good example is recently Manchester City, when we know that they're playing from the back and it's all about building possession. But in the semi-final of the Champions League, they choose to do a long ball with the keeper, Alisson, and then they score a great counter-attack because the other team was pressing high. So it is not the way to play football, but it's about allowing players more time on the ball and making decisions. So this was implemented in New Zealand, in Auckland Football Federation, 2011, Northern Federation, 2015, and at the Waikato Bay of Plenty Talent Program, the Game Day, FTC Federation Talent Center Skill Training Center in 2018. So the rationale, at best, a goal kick taken off the floor and kick as far as possible have a tendency to become a 50-50 ball. Yet evidence suggests that it becomes more in favor of the defending team and possession given away more often than not. My statistic is most of the time when they just do a big kick, 8 out of 10 they're going to lose the ball. So by introducing a retreating line, we encourage young players to develop their own style of play, develop control in possession, and build an attack from deep. So from your own goal, if it is a goalie kick. So it's all about being comfortable in possession. So this also been research done about the retreating line. So academic research conducted by the Football Association in England after in the introduction of a retreating line find the following headline statistics. So from a sample of 80 games. So number one, a retreat line generates a highest success rate for creating passing sequences from the goalkeeper distribution compared when a line is not used, so it's just long kick or just kicking the ball anywhere. Second one, a longer pass play when using a retreating line reduce the chances of passing sequence. And third, without a retreating line in place, the generation of a passing sequence with 3 or more passes was 20% with a retreating line was used or implemented. This increased to 34%, so almost from 20 to 34 it's almost a double increase. So it is a player development tool, encourage a team to play out from the back with defenders learn to control, accept the ball from the goalkeeper or take the ball from the keeper, encourage midfielder players to make runs to show for the ball between the lines. A striker learn to defend from the front and use a retreating line by making iron runs when closing down the ball. So in this example, it's about the opposition, that could be your team as well. Overall, junior players learn to play through the third of the pitch, building possession from their own area and passing it up to the pitch, becoming the default style of play. Or they can choose, they can choose one or the other. Definitely, we are using a development tool for players to become better. So here's an example of the retreating line. So goalie kick, the retreating line there is if 7 aside will be 15 meters. If it is a 9 aside will be 20 meters. As the keeper play and the player make the touch, blue player is allowed to come in and put pressure. We could see the 3 midfielders in this example. They could make a run or player making a run there to receive. And potentially the number 9 here could be a gap there for pass and the pass again. So when a team goalkeeper catch it, pick up the ball or take it to the goalie kick, the attacking players, so in this example, the blue player must drop behind the retreating line. Only after the goalkeeper play the ball out and one of the goalkeeper's teammates touch the ball, can the attacking player advance over the retreating line. So in this example is as soon as the keeper pass the ball and the player make the first touch, we need to encourage players to make a touch as soon as possible, because I did see in the past where players they are waiting too long. So potentially it could be a little bit communication from the game leader to that player to make a touch. So that player will be, the blue player will be allowed to make put pressure. Important to know as well, the goalkeeper doesn't have to wait until the opposition retreat, but it's a development tool, so could be used if the goalie and the team in possession wants to do it. Defenders should be encouraged to take the first touch as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. And the example on the one below, so if the blue player is inside the retreating line, if an attacking player advances beyond the retreating line before the opposition has touched the ball or failed to drop behind the line, the match referee or game leader will award an indirect free kick on the retreating line. So that's the idea, that they retreat and they allow the player to make a touch. So here's a retreating line format with example of the retreating line, where for both teams, where the line will be placed. And then in the non-binary format, depends on the formation you're playing. That's where the retreating line will be set. Just an overview of the rules. So if for 6 and 7, the retreating line, so it's halfway, is less. We know the kids want to run and chase, but the opposition team, when it's a goalie kick, I know there are no goalies, but when the ball is placed around the goalie area, the other team need to retreat to halfway. So in the 8 and 9, retreating line 15 meters. Really important to reinforce again that although we are not playing with offside strictly, offside discouraged. So if a player is all the time in an offside position, that should be discouraged, and the game leader should let them know, because we want them to understand the transition when they're playing into FIFA, into the 11-a-side pitch. And then 10 and 11s, the retreating line 20 meters. And then we discourage offside. So just as an overview of the rules. So a quick summary of the retreating line. Why are we doing this? A retreating line generates a higher success rate for creating passing sequence from the goalkeeper and the distribution compared to when the line or a line is not used. A longer pass play when using a retreating line reduces the chances of passing sequence, so just a long ball will not really aim. Without a retreating line in place, the generation of a passing sequence with more 3 passes was only 20%. When the retreating line is used or was used, this increased to 34%. So thank you very much for listening to the presentation. Hopefully was useful and was good information. Looking forward for your feedback. Have a great season. Take care. Bye-bye.